We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On the carry.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Harris to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Stays on his feet. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 31. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The rookie he was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
28-yard gain.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
Makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
He's across.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. He was brought down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And the Dolphins first down.
Tua's throw to find his running back, Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And here he's got Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
First down.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Rolling to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tua now on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And going deep for Hill. In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Kamara. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. A toss left. Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 79 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd and 5.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On the check down, he finds Kamara, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
It's a gain of 34.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Tua with a throw complete to Parker. A Miami first down and a 14-yard pickup. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Henry. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
5-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Get only a couple up to the 22.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. He was
the Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
For 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part,
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 42.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Gibson brought him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
39-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Again, it's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 2.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, 1st down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Breida on a toss left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Today's final score, Dolphins 42.